Hey, welcome to or welcome back to Auntie's Cakery. It's been a while. Starting with a layer of delicious moist chocolate cake. Here's a layer of buttercream. I'm going to fill it in with some homemade raspberry filling. So delicious. Stack it up. And give it a crumb coat. Don't want any of those chocolate crumbs being seen in the final coat of buttercream. Smooth it out with my bench scraper. Then I stick it in the fridge to chill it for a while before I put on this final coat of white chocolate ganache. I love ganache. It ends up so smooth and sturdy too. Now time for the top of the cake. Smooth it out also. Use this homemade plastic edger to make that edge nice and smooth. I do have a video on how to make that if you'd like to check it out. Now time for my homemade marshmallow fondant. Colored it just slightly pink. I also have a video on how to make homemade fondant. Use that fondant smoother to make the top really smooth, making sure I get all those air bubbles out. And then I'll use my hand to smooth down the sides. Then I stick that cake in the fridge and I grab the lace. Now this lace I made a day in advance because it does need to dry for a couple hours. Spreading it in the mold. The recipe I use is not my own recipe, but I will leave a link to it in the description box. Just spread that in. It makes the lace nice and stretchy, but it's kind of hard to get in all the cracks. You can see there's little bubbles there. After it dries for a few hours, I gently take it out of the mold. And the next day, I will stick it on the cake. This is just water I'm putting on the fondant. Then I smooth my hand over, making sure all the little ends are stuck, because it does tend to come off if I don't. Oopsie! I have little pieces wrinkled down there. Straighten it up. As you guys know, I don't mind sharing my learning experiences as I go. I hope that you can learn with me. On the 8-inch tier, I'm putting a different type of lace just down here at the bottom. I'm going to plan a different design up the top. I can't wait to show you. It is so exciting. Again, making sure I tap all those ends and make sure it's on there nice. I have a little extra here. I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and cut it off. It's not really cutting well, so I'm more like tearing. But I do clean it up nicely, see? And now it's time for the highlight of this cake. Pearl beads. This is a mold I got from Marvelous Molds. It is called the Pinch Pro Pearl mold. And I tell you what, best pearl mode. It is the best pearl mode. I can't even say it. It's the best pearl mold I have ever used. In fact, I liked it so much, I did a review video on it. So you can check that out. The link's in the description. Also, the link to purchase the product is in the description. So many things in the description. Just read the whole thing, will ya? Back to the explanation. I rolled a log, pinched that mold over it, smashed it down, squished it back up and cut it off. Loosen those pearls just a little bit, and then I will dump it out. See how easy that was? I really highly suggest you take a serious look at this product. And no, I'm not getting any money for featuring this. They did send me the molds though to try out, which I did, and I love. Now it's time to put them on the cake. First, I'm going to mark the cake where the swags will be. Then I take one of my strings of pearls and I measure the length, nip off those ends, and then I'll cut the rest of them the same size. I need 8 in all. To stick these on, I'm using clear piping gel because it's very sticky and I don't have to mess too much with it afterward. Whoopsie! That one fell off. I'll stick it back on a little better and continue around the cake, just hanging those swags. I've only got one layer on there and it's already looking so beautiful. Let's put the second one on. I do the same thing. First I take it, I measure it, and nip off the ends and cut all 8 of them to size. And I'll stick those right above the first layer. Having a little bit of a difficult time with that one, but that's reality for you. If you've ever decorated cakes, you know there's some trial and error involved here. Stick that one on. In fact, people who make videos that don't have mistakes probably just edit the mistakes out. That's my opinion. Don't take that for a fact. Now I'm on the third layer with the smaller beads. I've already measured them, sticking them up here. Kind of wrap them around at the top so it makes a nice smooth transition. Last one, here we go. Gorgeous! I'm also going to put the largest size pearls down here at the bottom. And the last one I have to cut off to size a little bit. A little piping gel and squish that end in there. Alright, uh-oh, I see one with a gap. Squish those together. Now I place the top layer on and I'm going to accessorize. I'm using all sizes of pearls to make necklaces and bracelets to drape over the top of this cake. And I'm doing it pretty randomly, as if someone took a handful of beads and just threw it down on there. And some of them gracefully drape over the edge. Ooh, let's make this a double one. Straighten it out there so it looks nice. Put a little more light pink. This I'm going to use 2 strands because the strands aren't quite large enough to go on the top and the side. Drape it over those other ones and connect it up. Perfect the shape a little bit. This one I think I want under those big pearls, so I'm gonna sneak that under there. Take this one apart for a second so I can sneak the next one under. Stick it back together. There we go! There's a little extra little spot there. Oopsie! I put the bottom up, so now I've got to twist these pearls around and make them stick to the cake. Now it's time for the border in between the 6-inch and the 8-inch. Use little pearls for this. Finish it up with just the right size. And finally, I have my steamer here. This will help clean off all that excess cornstarch and really make the cake shine. You can see the shine there. And now to taste it! I'm so excited. I love that chocolate raspberry. Oh, what a beautiful slice! Should be so delicious. If you are a cake decorator of any kind and you ever use beads, this is the way to go. I have an affiliate link down in the description box. I do make a small commission off this, so please, if you buy this mold, buy it through me. That helps support my channel and helps me bring you more videos. And don't forget to watch the video I have on the screen here. It's also made with Marvelous Molds. Thank you all for watching. Bye!